everybody, this is Christa with the Big Family Homestead, and today I've got a treat for you. I'm going to show you how to make beef stew for one in a mason jar, or you can put it in a Mylar bag and throw it in your backpack. Yep, I said beef stew for one. This is for those who love to go backpacking, camping, whatever, but you don't want to tote along a bunch of large cans or a bunch of fresh ingredients that could spoil if you're going camping or RVing or whatever. So this is using all freeze-dried ingredients, and we will put them in a small mason jar, and we will also put some in a Mylar bag. Seal this one up. We'll put this one away, and I'll show you how to use this one today. Okay, we have just a few ingredients here. We are using our Thrive Life freeze-dried food, which we absolutely love, because you know why? That's just peas. That's just green beans. That's just corn. I love this because that's all it is in that can. It's not mixed with a bunch of other stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and use some peas, some green beans, some corn, and we're gonna use a bit of beef bouillon, a little bit of seasoning there, some thyme, garlic, and that's a little bit of flour just as a thickener. You can use arrowroot if you'd like, or cornstarch. We've got tomato powder, some onions, some diced potatoes, and some diced beef. Oh no, sorry, those are beef slices. So that's what we're gonna use today, simple ingredients. Alrighty, so we've got our canning funnel. Go ahead and put our ingredients in there. I've got onions. My can of onions is almost gone, which is good because that means we're using them. They're not going to waste. And trust me when I tell you, every time we open up this can of onions, the smell of them is just like I just cut up with a fresh onion. So it smells really, really good. So 1/4 cup of onions. And we will put the recipe in the description box, and Brad will probably have it on the screen right here. So then I'll be very careful because I don't have 2 canning funnels with me at the moment. So then we're going to take our potatoes. We need 1/4 cup of potatoes. And these are freeze-dried, cubed little potatoes. These are fantastic. Look at those. These are perfect. We like to rehydrate those and fry them up in a skillet. They're so good. All right, now we need some corn. Now, I don't want 1/4 cup of each of the veggies because that won't all fit in here. So I'm going to just take a small amount of each of the veggies. Now, if you're using a bigger bag, you can put in however many veggies you want. So there's that. Oh, I need to do that with the jar. With the jar, I think I'll add a little bit more because I know there's going to be room. So I've got about 1/8 of a cup of the veggies there. And I put the potatoes in there. Yep, just want to make sure I got everything. Okay, now the diced beef. And I need this measuring cup. I need 1/4 cup of that. We'll put that right in there. This is closer to the bottom of the can, so the pieces are a little bit smaller, but that's okay because they'll fit in the bag just nicely. Oop. All right. Get that tapped down in there. Just kind of press it down a little bit. That way we can put our seasonings in here. Okay, so we've got everything. Now we're gonna go ahead and put in our tomato powder. Now we need 2 tablespoons of tomato powder. 1, 2, tap that down in there. I'm actually gonna put a little bit more beef in this one because the jar is much bigger. I do highly recommend getting the tomato powder out of the can and putting it in smaller mason jars because it does tend to get a little bit harder as it sits, the moisture from the air. All right, now we need a little bit of beef broth. We need 3/4 of a teaspoon of beef bouillon, sorry, not broth. So I've got a 1/2 teaspoon here and 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm not adding any additional salt. Just have that. There we go. And then we need need our flour, and I only got flour for one, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. I'll grab the flour for the other one here in a minute. And then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. And again, you can add whatever seasonings you prefer. These are the ones we really like. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. And now for this mason jar, there's a lot of space there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to add some more potatoes and some more corn, green beans, and peas, just to fill that up, because that makes a really nice meal. So I'm just gonna use my hands because, as I've told you before, God gave you these first. So some more peas. Gotta love the peas, love those. And just so you know, this can, I just opened right before I started filming. This was full all the way to the top. I couldn't believe how full it was. It was great. There we go. Now that is done. And I think I will add a bit more beef in there just to top that off. Now, if you are sealing this for your shelf, just to not mess with it, make sure you put an oxygen absorber in there when using real freeze-dried meat. That way then it keeps this nice and dry. So let me get that flour for this bag, and I'll be right back. After I move all this stuff away, I'm gonna be right back and show you how this cooks together. All right, as you can see, I have a tea kettle full of boiling water. I just had this on the base, and these are fantastic for traveling. I've actually, when I went to a Patriot Nurse live training class, I bought one of these when I was there, because they didn't have any boiling water, and I had brought some of these meal kits that that Thrive Life used to make, and that's why I've gotten on this bandwagon of making these meals for one in a bag, so I can take them anywhere. Because you can get paper plates. If you have boiling water, you can just, or paper bowls, I'm sorry, paper bowls, whatever. If you bring them, if you travel a lot, bring them with, have a tea kettle with you, so that way you can boil the water, you can mix it with your ingredients, and then you've got a nice, hot, healthy meal. So I'm gonna show you how we seal these. So these have a zipper on them, which is fantastic. I love that. So I can zip this shut easily. Sure. And then, yeah, I got it zipped shut. So flatten this out a little bit. And then I brought up my handy dandy cheap little $1 garage sale hair straightener that nobody uses on their hair, because oof, this'll burn your hair. So other people use hair straighteners. I actually use a hair straightener. It's not a big deal. It's just, this is one of the first ones that came out, and this is pretty cruddy. So I use this to seal all my Mylar bags. This, or the one thing that, if it's a bigger bag, I use the Harbor Freight gadget. So this is fantastic. I just press this shut, just like that, and it is sealed. Looky there. It's awesome. All right, so turn this off, set that on the counter to cool. We're gonna set this off to the side. Now, the one that I made in the jar, we can seal this. We put a lid on here. We use our mason jar vacuum sealer, which is really, really awesome. And then we can put this on the shelf just like this. But I wanted to show you how to make this and how much water to add. But before I do, I want to show you a little a hang up with this gadget here. So this one has, I love this thing. This is a great gadget. I've shown it to you before. There's a link in the description box if you want to check it out for yourself. But this has regular mouth sealing and wide mouth sealing. You just take off this adapter. It is battery powered, and it is rechargeable with a USB-C cord. Not a problem. However, the hang up that I have found, that if you have old jars like I do, where they have this big lip on them, this doesn't work. It does not get down far enough to be able to seal that lid on top of there. You need the ones that have the smaller lip right here, where it's not such a big bump out. These I like the look of these a lot nicer, a lot better, but this doesn't work for these. So we're not gonna use this today. So I've got a pot here. I need to grab a spoon, not a problem. I'm gonna take all of the ingredients that I put into this mason jar. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in here. And then I'm going to put 1.5 cups of boiling water. Now you guys saw that boiling water right before. So it is quite hot. All right, so we're gonna give this a stir. We are probably going to need to put this on the cooktop for just a couple minutes, just so that it has a chance to thicken. But actually, I take that back. It does not. It is already thickening up. Oh, that looks so good. So we're gonna let this sit. I think I'm gonna add just a touch more water. Not a lot, just a hair. There we go. Because I wanna make sure that the beef and the veggies are all rehydrated properly. All right, so we're just gonna, oh, that looks so good, guys. You see that? Look how good that looks. So colorful, the green beans and the peas. Yum. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. We're gonna let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna put a top on here and just let this sit. All right, folks, we've waited our time. Here, let's check this out. Ooh, look at that, guys. That looks so good. Check that out. All the color, love it. All right, let's dish this up into a bowl. And give it a taste. All those green beans and peas, oh, my favorite. Brad likes peas in some things, not everything. I like peas in everything. All right, let's get a bite of everything. Let's get some green beans, some peas, some potatoes, some corn. Yum. All right. That is so good. It tastes so good. Not heavy, like a lot of dishes can be really heavy and oh, just make you feel yucky. This is not like that. This is really light, very tomatoey, so good. Guys, this is a win. This is a win. I love this. I can't wait. I gotta make more of this, put these on the shelf for when the kids say, hey mom, I'm hungry. Well, here you go. You can have beef stew. There you go, done. So I hope you like this video. I'm gonna do several more of these throughout the coming weeks. I really like having the option to have one, excuse me, choking on some corn. I really like having meals for one. I mean, yes, we are a big family, but you never know what is gonna happen. You know, you can throw this in your backpack for that just in case time. You know, if you travel a lot or if you camp or RV, this is also perfect for that kind of I can't say event, that's silly, that kind of trip, okay? Because you don't have any refrigeration requirements. It's just done. This can stay out on your shelf, in your backpack, in the car, whatever. You just add hot water to it. If you don't have a tea kettle, you can just put it in a pot and heat up the water and boil it. Not a problem. But this is super easy and delicious. But again, I said we're gonna have many more of these. I've got several coming up that I want to show you and share with you. So I hope you like the video. Please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. If you are interested in the Thrive ingredients, there is a there's a link in the description box where you can check it out. It is super easy to sign up to be a monthly delivery customer. It's free to become a monthly delivery customer. And if you do, you get an extra 15% off of retail, which is such a huge deal right now. Plus, if your shipment is over $100, then you get free shipping, which is, again, a big deal. And then you can skip a month. You can, take a few months off, have a delivery every few months, not a problem. I know how everyone's income is right now. And it's also easy to cancel. So check it out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. You can send us an email. I believe Brad's email is in the description box. If not, it's info.bigfamilyhomestead.com. And is that right? info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. How about I get that right? Again, I'm Christa with the Big Family Homestead, and you have a blessed and amazing day.